Hey guys, this is Rina. I hope you all having a great time. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make this winter scene candle holder. So let's get started.
Items that you need for this project are, first of all, it's the base. I got mine from Marshalls. Also, I have some tea lights candles. I got those from Pier 1 and I really like how it smells. It's very Christmassy. Also, I use some pre-cut wood to use it for the tree stump. And also I have some miniature evergreen trees that I also use into decoration just to make my life easier. Also, I'm going to be using some polymer clay and some air dry clay. You want to start by filling in the bottom of the base with some air dry clay. The one I'm using is from Daiso. And don't worry about making the layer completely even because it's snow, it doesn't have to be even. The roughness essentially helps it to look more natural. And I will be adding more roughness with my ball tool.
So you want to put the candle in the middle, and after it's sat there for a little bit, try to remove it and then put it back so that your candle will be easy for you to replace the candle later on. Then you want to add your trees or any other decorations that you're going to be using, something that is already pre-made. And then again, you want to add more roughness to the snow and suggest where the stump is going to be, and also make a space for the snowman. Then, starting with the polymer clay, I began with making the snowman, so I conditioned some white polymer clay. Also, you want to make sure that your working surface is pretty clean because white polymer clay has a tendency to get very dirty very quickly. The bottom part of the snowman, I'm trying to make the ball almost the same size as the ball tool that I was using to make the dent in the base, so that it fits there perfectly and you won't see the glue at the bottom later on. So it's not necessary, but I think it's going to be even more neat. So now I'm adding the carrot with some orange polymer clay. I would say you want to do this later on, and later in the video you want to see that I'm trying to remove it and add some texture. So you can totally skip this step for now and just do it later. But then again, you do it, you try, it doesn't work, you do it again. I went on with the hands. So since it's tree branches, I don't expect that to be perfect, and I just stamped it randomly, even though like they look pretty much the same. I really did not pay attention to that much. So I'm using dark gray polymer clay here. It's from Primo brand, and I use it to make the coal pieces for his coat, like buttons, and also some little ones for the smile. You kind of want to be more careful with this so you don't smush them, and it's pretty easy to make, even though like it's very small, and you kind of want to pre-bake it after that, maybe for like around 5 minutes max, so you don't over bake it later on when you put everything together and bake the entire snowman. So now I'm gonna go into Christmas holly, and this is something that I could not make right from my memory, so I had to use some references. So I googled some vector images, just very simple ones, and then I kind of went from there. So pretty much I'm freehanding it now, and yeah, I apologize for camera shaking. It's been attached to the table I was working on, and it did not go according to plan, I guess. So here I'm just doing pretty simple shapes, cutting it out, then using a small silicone tool, I guess this is how it's called, and the ball tool. I'm just making a little bit more details on it, so it's kind of look like semi-realistic, but not really, and it really doesn't take a lot of time to make. You want to pre-bake it, so it's going to be way easier for you to attach it to the top hat of the snowman later on. I made a top hat for the snowman, and then later you can see that I used this stripe of red clay and I ended up making it too short, so I had to a bit remove it. And also, yes, after working with the dark clays, you kind of want to wipe your hands because you don't want to get any extra colors on other polymer clay, especially if it's something light like white or orange or whatever are the colors I'm using here. Using some coral color polymer clay, and some more white clay, I started working on the scarf. So what I did, I had some stripes of polymer clay, roughly the same size but not really. Then I cut it in little pieces, each one being like probably like 2 millimeters, and you kind of want to stack them together to create this striped scarf. Then again, it's completely up to you. You want to make it unicolor, you can go ahead and do this. It's totally up to your own preferences, but I really wanted to challenge myself and make a scarf with stripes, and to be honest, I do not really know if that's gonna work at that time, but it's turned out pretty good. So here, as you can see, I had to remove the nose so I can add texture to the face. Then I added eyes and the smile, then I put the nose back, then we got some buttons, and then I'm finishing the scarf here. Then again, I'm really not trying to make it even though my inner perfectionist was low-key not helping, but set it up pretty good. And I added texture to both the snowman and the scarf just to make it kind of more rough and textured, and still it's a pretty small size, so I think it's really cool that I added texture. I think it looks way better this way. And also, if there's a little dirt on the white clay, texture kind of hides it, which is really cool. So now I'm building the fox, and it was pretty easy, even though I had to come back with the silicone tool and emphasize some parts of its body, but it ended up turning pretty okay. I'm pretty happy with it. And I guess the hardest part there was to work with the face, because I wasn't using any references and I was just trying to make it up like out of my memories and kind of suggest the pose as I went. I wasn't really thinking that much about it, but I really liked the way it turned out, and I did not pre-bake the nose. I just put it there like as it went. I just made an indent in the face, as you can see, and just put the little nose inside. Then there was ears. That was pretty easy to make. You just make a sphere, then you cut it in half, make little triangles that's going to be the same size pretty much, and add some whites inside, and that's it. The little miniature fox is done. And also, guys, if you're interested, please let me know in the comments if you want to see more detailed version of the videos how I made the snowman and the fox. So I still have the footage. I can make it a bit slower and just have more detailed explanation of the steps that I used. I used some TLC to glue it to the stamp, so it's permanently there, and that's pretty much it. So then you want to bake it completely, and yes, I had some leftovers from the scarf. I used it to make those candy canes, and it was just additional detail that I never thought I'm going to put in, but at the end I think it was really good. After baking, you want to use some glaze to emphasize the glossy parts of your project. If you're like me and you're a messy crafter, you kind of want to use pure acetone to clean up some dirt from the top of the object before you glaze it. That's how I did with the fox at least. And that's pretty much it. After everything being glazed and everything dried, you want to glue it on into the holder using some strong glue. I'm using Tacky glue. It's strong enough, it's gonna hold it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know by liking the video and leaving comments in the comment section below. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and I see you in my next video. Bye!